My dream has a story. Early mornings, empty courts, and the sound of the ball dribbling on the pavement. It's all part of my story. I'm chasing something bigger than trophies, bigger than what I see up on the scoreboard. I chase a dream. A dream fueled by many who are living it right now and have turned hard work into greatness. Camila Cardoso, Aurela Girantes, Angel Reese, Tatiana Gomez, Manuela Rios. They all have a mark on the game, and I'm here to follow those footsteps and create my own. My journey will one day lead me to compete against the continent's top talent, where passion meets culture and basketball takes center stage. Get ready for the FIBA Women's AmeriCup 2025 in Santiago, Chile, where the best are set to play.
Whew, I got the chills.
I'm ready.
What an incredible way to kick off the show, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed authorities and honored guests. Welcome to the official draw of the 2025 FIBA Women's AmeriCup. I'm Tony Duffy.
I'm Moises Linares, and we are live from Miami, Florida, and we'll be your host for today's exciting event, and we're thrilled to bring you this pivotal moment in international women's basketball.
The journey to crown the best women's basketball team in the Americas is officially underway, and the road to the Women's AmeriCup is heating up.
Absolutely, Tony. This draw is the first step toward the region's most prestigious women's basketball event. Over the next few months, 10 national teams will prepare to battle for glory with their eyes set on the ultimate prize, the FIBA Women's AmeriCup trophy.
And this year, Moises, for both our women's and men's AmeriCup, we have added an extra compadre to our show. By any chance?
¿Qué compadre? Es un chamo.
Un chamo. Do you know who it is?
That's my partner. Yeah, of course I do. Tony, I do. I know who that is, of course. Hay que darle una fuerte bienvenida a mi amigo Frederick Oldenburg, quien estará con nosotros para conducir los sorteos de hoy y compartir varias sorpresas que tenemos preparadas. Frederick, ¿cómo estás?
Gracias, me arrancan una sonrisa, de verdad, mucha emoción. Gracias a todos aquí. Unirme a este equipo para mí es un orgullo. Muchísimas gracias por la bienvenida y permitirme ser parte de este gran equipo. Estoy más que emocionado por poder acompañarlos en este camino hacia el FIBA AmeriCup 2025. Sí, señores, femenino. Hoy tenemos un programa lleno de emoción y sorpresas. Vamos a recibir con un fuerte aplauso a dos increíbles atletas. Una que ha representado a la isla del encanto, Puerto Rico, y otra que viene del hermoso país, del coloso del sur, Brasil. Le vamos a dar la bienvenida a Carla Cortijo y también a Isiane Castro. Un fuerte aplauso, por favor, para ellas dos. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Nos enorgullece tenerlas con su presencia en el estudio para el sorteo, para algo que ustedes saben y que han vivido muy bien. Me limito en este momento a preguntarle a las dos cómo se encuentran. Carla, ¿cómo estás?
No, muy contenta, de verdad que agradecida con la oportunidad de estar aquí en este sorteo para el próximo AmeriCup. Así que nada, muchas gracias y esperamos muchas cosas buenas en el día de hoy.
Y bien acompañada con otra leyenda de Brasil, Isiane Castro. ¿Cómo te encuentras en este momento?
Muy feliz y un poco nerviosa por Brasil y por lo que hay de vi ahora.
¿Qué esperan las dos? Porque se puede poner muy bueno el sorteo. Siempre hay nervios, ¿verdad?
No, definitivamente. Yo creo que los equipos que están en este sorteo, todos hay que respetarlos, ¿verdad? No hay enemigo pequeño, yo siempre digo eso. Y bueno, esperemos que nos toque un lado bastante cómodo. Ayúdenme ahí.
Nunca hay enemigo pequeño. ¿Qué puedes esperar de la selección de Brasil? Esperando el sorteo, ¿qué equipos? ¿Qué se espera de esto?
Bueno, sorteo es sorteo, ¿no?
Sorteo.
Queremos lo más fácil posible,
Claro.
pero nunca es fácil. Pero somos los actuales campeones y veniremos para ganar de nuevo, ¿no?
Cuando
Entonces,
ustedes vivían el sorteo, cuando lo veían por televisión, ¿qué esperaban? ¿Habían nervios? ¿Hay nervios?
Sí, hay
Pues
mucho
no,
nervio.
definitivo siempre hay, porque uno siempre está buscando qué equipos son los que te va a tocar, y así que pues la preparación siempre es lo más importante.
Me encanta escucharlas porque ustedes son una voz autorizada. Bueno, más tarde vamos a seguir conversando con ambas y desglosando todas estas vivencias que ustedes traen también y que aportan muchísimo a la transmisión. Pero ahora le doy el paso a la palabra a Tony, quien está con otra leyenda de la FIBA. Señoras y señores, Tony.
Así es, mi Frederic. Bueno, we have another special guest with us today from the U.S., four-time gold medalist, Sylvia Fowles. Sylvia, thank you so much for being with us here. You know, you're on the other side of the stage now. It's kind of nice, right? No pressure?
No pressure at all. Less stressful, and I'm happy to be here.
What's the most exciting part about being on this side of a draw when you're just anticipating to see how the teams land in these groups?
You see the back work that goes behind it. As a player, we don't get to see the ins and outs of how this really works, and I think this is a cool experience to know both sides of the playing field.
Well, let me tell you, you cannot go too far because later on in the show, we're going to talk about your legendary career. And we
Okay.
have all the time, so
I'm ready.
you
I'm on
stay
your-
here
I'm
next
on
to
your
me,
time.
okay? Awesome. But first, let's relive the excitement of last edition in León, Mexico, where Brazil took the crown against Team USA.
They did.
Check this out.
This will be the third time that Brazil and USA will match up in the AmeriCup Championship. It's a grown woman's game. Brazil and their fans are on their feet. I think she's going to be ejected from this game.
Be a big change in this game. You know the type of presence that she has on this group.
Holy smokes. Rakia Jackson, the one to draw the trigger, and she does at the buzzer.
Who else? Rakia Jackson. Oh, she's built for the moment.
This is USA's biggest lead. That one's huge.
You feel the energy shift, right? You feel the momentum shift right now.
USA's got their heads down. And this is Brazil's day. This is their tournament.
Man, talk about a battle, huh?
What an exciting video right there.
And it's going to continue. Now, every year, the Women's AmeriCup grows bigger, stronger, and more competitive. So let's meet the 10 teams who will be battling it out for continental supremacy.
All right, from North America, two powerhouses with an incredible international legacy. I'm talking about Canada and the USA.
Representing Central America and the Caribbean, teams that are hungry for glory. We got 4. Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Mexico, and I'll let you do the honors.
El Salvador, vamos azul y blanco. And rounding out the competition from South America, fierce contenders, Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, and our host nation, Chile.
Talk about a lineup.
I think the stage is set, and I think we're just waiting for the draw to make it official.
I think so too. And you know what? It's always really, really cool as a fan to get a glimpse or better insight into what it's like to compete on this type of stage.
And that's why we caught up with one of the standout stars from the 2017 FIBA Women's AmeriCup, Team USA very own Nafisa Collier.
I think it was a little unique because we were so young. You know, we had a lot of rookies on that team. Getting us all together, rookies in the WNBA, getting us all together for that. I remember it was really cool to kind of be with my class. And then Cheryl, I think, was the coach. So having that level of familiarity, I remember was like really comforting because I just had a whole season with her. I knew what she liked, how she liked to coach. And then obviously like that pressure and that honor you have to play for Team USA to go there and get things done. So I remember that. I also remember the beaches, the waves were so high. We had so much fun there. And there was actually like an earthquake one night. I remember like those things off the court.
A 6th consecutive gold medal at the FIBA Under-19 Women's World Championships.
It's just the places I'm able to go, the different cultures I'm able to experience, the different people from different places that I'm able to meet. It's so special and something I wouldn't have without basketball. Your lives and cultures are so different, but when you get on, it's like we're speaking the same language. So that's something that I found like really amazing about being able to play basketball basketball.
And Collier gets inside.
From Brazil, I had a teammate, Demiris Dantas. I don't think before that there was like a player I was looking forward to playing against, but since we were teammates my rookie year, like I love Didi, she's so sweet, such a great player, so I look forward to seeing her every time now because we're not on the same team anymore. And when she's not playing USA, I always cheer for Didi when she's playing, just because I just love her.
It's Collier with the steal. To Slocum. Moore with the trailer. Oh, terrific passing by the Americans, finished off by Collier.
Every time that we get together, especially for Team USA, we don't have a lot of time to prep. A lot of countries, they're together for months getting ready, but most of our players, all of our players play in the WNBA, and so we really have like 2 weeks to prepare before the Olympics. And so I think just approaching it with that mindset that every time I'm on the court, I'm giving it 100%. I'm really locked into what we're doing. And I think that's what prepares me. You know, obviously I've had a lot of experience with USA. I've been with them since I was 15. So kind of having that familiarity is nice as well. But being surrounded by so many talented women, it forces you to up your game. And so you come with that level of focus and intensity every time you step on the court.
Here she goes against Lisawa. Oh boy, what a basket that was by Collier.
I think people like Sue and Diana, the people who have, you know, well, Diana now has had the most gold medals in, you know, basketball history. It's just like learning from them, not only what they've been able to do in their longevity on the court at being elite for so many years, which that itself is like so admirable, but the way that they lead as well. It's like having two coaches on the court with you when you're playing with them. So I've learned a lot just being able to play with them.
The crowd reacted. Here's Collier, tough drive and the foul as well.
In 15 years, I won't be playing probably USA anymore. So I mean, I'm sure you're going to see like at some point the streak has to end, unfortunately, you know, but you see it, like the level of play everywhere is just getting so high. And so the target is just getting bigger and bigger, you know, on Team USA's back. And so obviously I'm going to try to hold it down as long as I'm playing, but eventually it's going to happen. And you see it with these amazing overseas players, like the talent is just, there's so many good players. So I think it's going to be really fun to watch.
Y la hermosa imagen del trofeo, el objetivo de todos los jugadores que tienen siempre, por supuesto, el sueño de levantarlo al final de cualquier torneo. Nosotros regresamos con nuestras invitadas de lujo. Le habíamos dado la bienvenida a Carla Cortijo y también a Isiane Castro, leyendas de Puerto Rico y Brasil respectivamente. Queremos escucharlas, Tony, porque son la voz de la experiencia.
Y qué honor tenerlas aquí.
Claro que sí.
Gracias.
La verdad,
bueno,
un gusto.
No, es un gustazo. Y Carla, quería comenzar contigo porque eres una pionera para el básquetbol en Puerto Rico. ¿Cómo has visto desde tu comienzo el crecimiento del baloncesto en la isla?
No, enormemente. Yo creo que el baloncesto en general mundialmente ha evolucionado en todas las áreas, de entre el estilo de juego hasta la visibilidad y las oportunidades que hemos tenido, ¿no? Yo creo que Puerto Rico ha demostrado en los últimos 8 años de lo que somos capaces. Clasificamos a unas primeras Olimpiadas que cuando yo jugaba eso yo lo veía casi imposible, ¿no? Los últimos ciclos de Olimpiadas hemos clasificado. Creo que en las últimas Olimpiadas demostramos que dimos la batalla contra España, contra Serbia. Fueron unos juegos bien cercanos que pudimos haber ganado. Yo creo que, o sea, Puerto Rico nos hemos ganado el respeto, ¿no? Y eso ha sido gracias pues, a la evolución que hemos tenido, gracias a los dirigentes y hasta las mismas jugadoras que hemos reclutado.
En el caso de Isiane, hablamos de Brasil también. Quisiera preguntarte cómo ves a tu selección, por supuesto con la obligación de levantar el título nuevamente. ¿Se siente esa presión, realmente la presión para las jugadoras?
Yo creo que siempre se siente la presión porque está defendendo un título, ¿no? Pero entendiendo que es un proceso. Hay nuevas jugadoras, una nueva entrenadora. Entonces, al mismo tiempo que somos los mayores campeones del torneo, ¿no? Se entiende que cada año son nuevas jugadoras y es diferente, ¿no? Pero todos quieren ganar, ¿no?
Por supuesto, está la obligación y siempre ese nerviosismo, por supuesto. Y cuando hay un nuevo cuerpo técnico es muy importante acoplar.
Sí. Y hablan de la presión y cómo las nuevas generaciones cambian. ¿Qué consejo le podrían dar a esta nueva generación que juega en torneos como estos de AmeriCup? ¿Qué consejo les podían dar?
Pues mira, es bien diferente porque muchas de las jugadoras que juegan en Puerto Rico pues están acostumbradas a jugar en las reglas americanas, ¿no? Entonces al jugar FIBA las reglas son bien diferentes, el juego es mucho más físico. A veces se hace difícil para ellas adaptarse a este estilo de juego, pero yo siempre les digo que mantengan la calma y simplemente fluyan y jueguen, porque el baloncesto es baloncesto mundialmente, o sea, las reglas no cambian. Lo que sí cambia es quizás pues el estilo de juego, pero lo más que les digo es que se lo disfruten, más que todo.
Retomando un poco el tema de la primera pregunta que te hacía Tony, ¿te sientes orgullosa al ver lo que está pasando en Puerto Rico? ¿Te sientes parte de ese progreso, siendo una leyenda de la isla en el baloncesto?
Claro, claro.
Es parte de tu obra, de tu legado.
Sí, no, definitivamente. A quien no le enorgullece ver a Puerto Rico pues en el mapa de nuevo, ¿no? Yo creo que cuando yo jugaba no estábamos ni entre las primeras 20 en el mundo. Yo creo que ahora ya estamos entre las primeras 12, 11 mundialmente. Puerto Rico es un país bien pequeño. O sea, nosotros somos bien pequeñitos comparado con Brasil, Estados Unidos, que tienen la oportunidad de reclutar jugadoras buenas y grandes físicamente. A nosotros se nos hace un poquito complicado en cuestión de esa parte de reclutamiento, pero muy contenta de lo que hemos logrado y de lo que hemos hecho.
Sí.
Y si tú eres una leyenda en tu país y en el mundo, un recuerdo que llevas contigo portando esa camiseta brasileña.
Mira, una historia interesante. Mi primera competición por la selección de Brasil fue una Copa América y fue en mi ciudad en 2001. Entonces nos logramos el torneo campeones y esto para mí fue muy importante porque fue la primera vez que he puesto, ¿no?, el manto de Brasil y por 20 años ahí.
Wow.
No, qué bonito escuchar las experiencias de las dos, porque son parte de la historia viva, tanto de Brasil como de Puerto Rico, Tony.
Inolvidables, y gracias por compartir su corazón y compartir con nosotros estos recuerdos que compartimos con todo el mundo. Muchísimas gracias.
¿Y a disfrutar?
Sí, a disfrutar
porque
ahora.
estamos esperando el sorteo, por supuesto.
La fiesta comienza, así es que aquí estamos todos juntos. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much, ladies. And you know, it's incredible hearing these amazing memories, but now let's take a look where this year's FIBA Women's AmeriCup will be held and the new memories that are waiting to be made.
Vaya, qué emoción todo lo que se viene para Chile, hermoso país. Pero antes de comenzar con el sorteo, tenemos nuestros representantes precisamente de Chile para contarnos un poco sobre lo que nos espera. Aquí están con nosotros el presidente de la Federación de Basquetbol de Chile, Irán Arcos. También, señoras y señores, el director nacional del Instituto Nacional de Deportes en Chile. No podemos dejar de hablar con ustedes, es muy importante para nosotros la presencia de ustedes y les agradecemos que estén aquí con nosotros y preguntarles cómo se encuentran, por supuesto.
Bueno, nos encontramos muy bien, muy felices de estar acá. Recibir la AmeriCup es un tremendo hito para nuestro país que no había sucedido anteriormente. Hemos trabajado con la Federación de la mano y también estamos muy agradecidos de FIBA por todo el apoyo que nos ha dado en este proceso.
Muchísimas gracias, Israel Castro. ¿Cómo se siente? ¿Cómo está Chile? ¿Cómo lo espera todo?
Bueno, nosotros como federación muy emocionados por el evento que vamos a recibir. Sin duda esto va a impulsar aún más el básquetbol femenino de nuestra región y de nuestro país y eso nos tiene muy contentos que este último tiempo en nuestro país hemos generado competencias que van en apoyo, ¿cierto?, del básquetbol femenino, así que sin duda tener este evento en nuestro país va a ser muy significativo y va a ser muy inspirador para las niñas que juegan nuestro deporte.
Qué importante esa palabra, sobre todo la inspiración para las nuevas generaciones. ¿Cómo apoya esto al país? ¿Cómo lo esperan? ¿Y qué esperan ustedes también de lo que pueda suceder después del torneo?
Bueno, lo primero, nosotros nos interesa mucho ser buenos anfitriones, que los países que nos visitan tengan una muy buena experiencia. Y lo segundo, remarcar lo que decía el presidente de la Federación. Queremos que sea un punto de partida para seguir desarrollando el básquetbol femenino en nuestro país. Tenemos una liga con 30 equipos que están jugando regularmente. Creemos que ese es un hecho tremendamente importante. ¿Y cómo lo apoyamos? Con la organización de eventos como este, que nos permiten dar impulso, desarrollar y también mostrar ejemplo para nuestras futuras deportistas.
Presidente, ¿cómo ha sido el proceso, esa emoción, pero también esa responsabilidad para organizar todo esto?
Sí, ha sido una tremendo compromiso de toda nuestra comunidad del básquetbol, de la gente de la federación, de las jugadoras, del cuerpo técnico, en prepararse de la mejor manera. Esperamos llegar lo más competitivo posible, pero sin duda, como lo dije, va a ser un evento que va a servir de espejo para las nuevas generaciones, donde ellas se puedan ver reflejadas también en algún minuto representando a su país, y creo que tener el AmeriCup en Chile es un hecho histórico para nosotros y marca un hito, como dice el director, en fijar este camino que hemos trazado de apoyo al básquetbol femenino, y estamos muy felices como federación, y agradecer a nuestras autoridades que nos apoyaron en esta iniciativa y dijeron vamos con este evento, y no solamente el básquetbol, sino hay otros eventos más, pero comenzamos con la AmeriCup y sin duda, como dice él, vamos a hacer todo nuestro mayor esfuerzo para que sea un evento recordado por toda la comunidad, como siempre Chile organiza muy bien.
Desde ya lo estamos viviendo con muchísima emoción, toda la suerte del mundo, mucho éxito, sabemos que va a ser así. Señores, muchísimas gracias por su tiempo y por habernos acompañado aquí. Vamos a seguir desglosando todo lo que viene en este sorteo y ustedes no se lo pueden perder en solo segundos. Pero vamos a ver un poco más de lo que viene para Chile, algo motivacional para todas esas generaciones que quieren estar en el baloncesto en el futuro. Veamos.
The FIBA Women's AmeriCup is not just a tournament. It's a stage where every pass, every rebound, and every point counts. It's the strength of women breaking barriers, turning passion into a legacy, and dreams into reality. It's more than a game. It's a movement that unites generations, inspires the girls of tomorrow, and proves that empowerment knows no limits or borders. When they step on the court, they lead, inspire, and show us that the future of basketball is also female, and their story is unstoppable. FIBA Women's AmeriCup, where the present inspires and the future shines bright.
Wow, I cannot wait for this summer to come.
We're just months away. The countdown has officially started.
I love it. I love it. But Moises, before we get to the summer and the draw, the details of the matchups, we want to once again welcome a true legend, four-time Olympic gold medalist Sylvia Fowles here with us.
And before we even get to this interview, can we give her a round of
Please,
applause
everyone.
On her upcoming, listen to this, upcoming induction into the Hall of Fame. Her resume, well, I don't have to say her resume. We won't finish today if I go on about your resume. But I want to start by asking you, because we know you had the opportunity to play this tournament once. Mm-hmm. What does it mean as a player and the growth of the women's sport to participate in this tournament where we see all the countries, the best of the Americas, come together?
Mm-hmm. Well, one, it's important because it's all women. And when we come together as a whole, we make good things happen. So shout out to women. But overall, it just shows like the camaraderie that we have against each other. But how can we also bring that together and become friends and socialize and all those good things? So I think that's just why this tournament is important.
You know, you were also part of Team USA's dominance for over years. Mm-hmm. How do you see other countries developing and catching up to Team USA?
We've been saying this for years. Other countries are catching up, but they're no different from us. They have time to actually put their teams together and practice year-round. As far as Americans, we have a very limited time period window, and it shows. And so other teams are targeting us, and I think it's good for women's sports.
I want to ask you as well, I know they're here because you guys been talking, Carla, Isiane, you guys know each other very well.
Right.
But when we see this tournament, who do you see as strong competition for Team USA?
Strong competition for Team USA. Canada is definitely one of them. Brazil been targeting us for years, as you know. They won last time against the Americans. Puerto Rico is not too far off. They've been having injuries over the last couple of years, but those are the teams I can definitely say that it's going to give us a competition to run for our money.
You have an incredible journey on the court, off the court as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about your foundation?
The Sylvia Fowles Family Fund Foundation is just based around women. It goes a lot towards my travel team. It's called Team Fowles travel team, but it's based in an umbrella of a little bit of everything. So if we meet some people and their kids or their club needs something, then we just try to make sure we're there to provide.
Champion on and off the court.
I love it.
That's the
I
way you
love
do
it.
it.
And full of wisdom, because we've been talking to her off camera. And speaking of wisdom, you know, we were asking Carla and Izzy, any advice you have for the girls that step into this tournament? It could be their first time. It could be the only tournament they get to experience, but it's an international one. What advice would you give to them?
It's definitely a big stage. You've been practicing and preparing for this moment. Believe in yourself. Inhale, exhale, play your best game.
Words of wisdom. You couldn't have said it best. So I know that this is going to be a great tournament for all the countries, a great experience. We talked about that.
Yeah.
It's once in a lifetime you get to participate against the best in the continent.
Yeah.
Sylvia, thank you so much for being with us. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
so much for being an incredible ambassador for women's basketball as well.
So thank you for being here with us today, and more importantly, for all you've done for the game as a whole.
Now, before we even begin the draw, let's take a moment to also review the principles of the upcoming draw so we're all on the same page.
The FIBA Women's AmeriCup 2025 will feature 10 teams from the 3 continental sub-regions in the Americas. The teams qualify through their respective sub-zone tournaments alongside the 2 teams from the North American region. The FIBA Women's AmeriCup 2025 is scheduled to take place from June 28th through July 6th in the host city of Santiago, Chile. The 10 participant teams will each be divided into 5 team pots, containing 2 spheres each, in accordance with the current Nike FIBA World Rankings. Pot 1, El Salvador and Chile. Pot 2, USA and Canada. Pot 3, Brazil and Puerto Rico. Pot 4, Colombia and Argentina. Pot 5, Dominican Republic and Mexico. 2 additional pots, each containing the numbers 1 to 5, will be used to draw the position of each team within the group and the subsequent order of games. Teams will be drawn and placed into either Group A or Group B. In each group, there will be a maximum of 3 teams from either CONCACAF or CONCEBASKET. Chile, as host, will automatically be drawn into Group B as B4. As a result, El Salvador will play in Group A. The remaining teams will be drawn and placed into either Group A and Group B. Their schedule will take into consideration commercial principles, broadcast exposure of the competition, and the different teams. Since El Salvador will compete in Group A, the draw will begin by selecting 1 sphere from Pot A to define the team's order of games. The draw will continue by selecting a sphere from Pot 2, followed by a sphere from Pot A, allocating the team to its assigned position in Group A. The remaining sphere from Pot 2 will be slotted into Group B, followed by the allocation of the sphere from Pot B. This process will be repeated for teams in Pot 3, Pot 4, and Pot 5, as each participating national federation learns their group matchups and is assigned their group positions for the competition. The draw is completed once all teams have been drawn and placed in the correct position in each group. The FIBA Women's AmeriCup 2025 will begin with a group phase, where each national federation will play the teams in their respective groups. The top 4 teams in each group will advance to the quarterfinals. The 8 quarterfinal teams will be paired based on their final position in the group phase. The winner of each quarterfinal game will advance to the semifinal stage of the competition. The winners of the semifinal matches will advance to the gold medal game, while the losers will play for the bronze medal.
All right, now that we know what to expect, it is my pleasure to introduce a leader whose vision continues to elevate basketball in the Americas, the CEO and Executive Director of FIBA in the Americas, Mr. Carlos Alves. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Tony, thank you. It's a pleasure to share this moment with you.
Thank you.
Before we start, I think I can make a nomination here and nominate you and Moses, the official hosts of the AmeriCup. Thank you so much. But we have a lot of reasons to celebrate today.
We do.
And we start a celebration with a brand new trophy. It's a beautiful piece of art. We spend a lot of time to capture how this trophy represents women in basketball. The second thing to celebrate is whoever claims this trophy has an automatic ticket to Germany, the World Cup next year in Berlin. So that's a big celebration, right? Very first time that the winner of the Continental Cups, they go directly to the World Cup. Now, also a huge thank you for these legends of the game that are here today. So I want to say thank you to Carla, Hisiani, and Silvia for being with us. Our 42 national federations out there, day in, day out, driving basketball and making the ecosystem of basketball so strong. And last but not least, we saw early on National Federation of Chile and the Instituto de Deporte, Señor Castro, director. Also our president, Iran Arcos, thank you so much. Our gratitude for making this event a reality in Chile. I can't wait to go to Santiago. It's an epic event that we will have. I have no doubt, Tony.
No, and everyone's very excited, and you were talking about the expectations. Can you tell me a little bit more about what they are? Because there's a lot of excitement towards this.
Yeah, there is a lot at stake, you know? We come from a very, very strong event at the Olympic Games. I'm talking women's and basketball as a strategic pillar for FIBA. Federations like Puerto Rico, USA, Brazil, they all competing at the highest level. So that combined with the passion of South America, we have for the very first time 5 teams from the South, 5 teams between Caribbean and Central America, and 2 teams from the North, Canada and USA. So nothing less to say. I just can't wait for June.
The competition keeps growing, it keeps elevating, and so are we, because we are so excited for what's about to happen, and you're all at home watching this. So it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for, the draw. Let's reveal the teams from Pot 1 and see which nations will take the first steps on their AmeriCup journey. Take it away.
This is it. That's the moment. We arrive at the draw in what is going to happen today. So before we tip off, I would love to say thank you to Carla Isiani. So gracias, muito obrigado, and thank you, Silvia, for being with us. Shall we do it? Let's do this, okay? So we will go to Pot 1 first. And because geographic locations tip off and being a host, Chile, we can show is pre-allocated. It's not going to come out of the pot. So
the host nation last participated in the FIBA Women's AmeriCup in 2015 when they finished in 8th place.
Okay. So Chile goes automatically to B4, Silvia. Let's show that B4 on Group B, okay? So we go to the second sphere on Pot 1. Carla, please. Let's take that out. From the principles we should know, but let's validate. That is the national team of El Salvador.
El Salvador is returning to the FIBA Women's AmeriCup after missing the previous edition in 2023. They finished 9th in 2021.
Silvia, we determine now the position of El Salvador on Group A. And that is A4. A4 for El Salvador.
And just like that, Pot 1 is set. So now we're going to move on to Pot 2, where we do find some serious championship contenders.
Let's do it. Bombo dos, sphere number 1, please. Let's see who comes out of that strong pot. Canada.
Canada, fresh off participating in the Olympic Games in Paris, look to improve their previous finish of third in the last edition of the FIBA Women's AmeriCup. They have 3 gold medals in 1995, 2015, and 2017.
Sylvia, the position for Canada on Group A, please. Canada goes to A3, position A3. Last one, Carla, please. Bombo dos. USA.
USA, the current Olympic champion, finished in second place in the last edition of the FIBA Women's AmeriCup, losing to Brazil in León, Mexico. They have 4 golds and 2 silvers in this competition.
Back to Sylvia on pot B. So USA takes the position as B3. B3.
So that concludes pot 2. Let's turn our attention to pot 3.
Okay, Ziane, pot 3. Let's take the first sphere. Let's see who comes out. And we know Brazil is there, so. Pot 3, that it is, Brazil.
Brazil, the current FIBA Women's AmeriCup champion, have 14 total medals in this competition, including 6 gold medals. Brazil is the team with the most medals in the AmeriCup tournament.
Back to Sylvia here on A. Let's see, Sylvia, where is Brazil on the position A5? A5 for Brazil. The second one, please, Ziane. Let's see who comes out. And that is Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is the current 2024 Central Basket champion. They placed 1 silver in 2021 and 2 bronze in 2019 and 2023 in this competition.
We go back to Sylvia now. B5.
And with that, the teams from pot 3 are set, my friends. Now, let's make a move and look at the teams in our pot 4.
Okay, 4 teams left, 2 pots. Let's do pot 4. Ziane, por favor, sphere number 1. Who comes out to Group A? Argentina.
Argentina comes in as the current South American champion. They placed 7th in the previous competition in 2023. They have 3 silvers and 2 bronze medals in this competition.
Sylvia, please. Group A, Argentina goes to either 1 or 2. Position A2 for Argentina. We go back and do the last one on pot 4. Ziane, por favor. And that goes to Group B, Colombia.
Colombia has finished 5th place in 3 consecutive FIBA Women's AmeriCup, 2019, 2021, and 2023.
Let's see, Sylvia, where you pull out of that for the position of Colombia. B2. B2.
Mi gente, 4 pots are locked in. Next up, teams waiting in pot 5.
There you go. Let's bring it home. Last spot. Isiane, let's see who you pull out for the last 2 spots, Group A and B. The first one for the last spot. República Dominicana.
Dominican Republic, the current 2024 Central Basket runner-up, is looking to improve on their previous finish in the FIBA Women's AmeriCup of 10th place in 2023.
Last from pot A. Sylvia, please. The A1. A1. And then the remaining last sphere, we should know. Let's validate. And that goes to Group B on the position remaining. Mexico.
Mexico finished in 8th place, having hosted the last edition of the FIBA Women's AmeriCup. Their best finish was 6th place in 2001 and 2011.
There we go. That's the last one, B1 for Mexico. And there you have it. We conclude the draw. The stage is set. And I think I'm going to pass the ball to you, Moses.
Señor Presidente, Mr. President, the tables are set. The field is ready. 10 selecciones listas para luchar por la gloria. Repasemos los grupos. Grupo A y Grupo B, Freddy.
Mira, República Dominicana, Argentina, Canadá, El Salvador y Brasil en el Grupo A. Presten atención, Grupo B, México, Colombia, Estados Unidos, Chile y Puerto Rico. Yo creo que ya tengo una pregunta, o varias, para nuestras leyendas que nos acompañan, Moisés.
Tu partido primero. El mío es Argentina, Brasil.
Y del otro lado no podemos obviar lo que está pasando porque tenemos a Estados Unidos y a Puerto Rico. Y precisamente podemos preguntarle a Silvia y a Carla, bueno, Puerto Rico and United States together. Están juntos, ¿ah? Buena rivalidad, Carla,
sí,
Silvia.
No, el grupo es bien competitivo. Estados Unidos, Chile, vamos a ir a su casa, y México, siempre los juegos contra México son duros. Y sin quitarle el mérito a Colombia también, que es un equipo muy bueno.
Silvia.
In tournaments like this, you can't count no one out. I think the target is big on Team USA basketball, and I think you're going to get a challenge from either one of those teams in that pool.
Isiane, una revancha, Brasil-Argentina. ¿Qué te parece este partido?
Siempre mucha rivalidad, ¿no? Entre Brasil y Argentina en todos los deportes.
Mas o grupo do Brasil, vou perguntar em português aqui. O grupo do Brasil ficou ok. Gostou do grupo?
Poderia ser melhor, né? Mas como a Silvia falou, não tem ninguém fácil.
Lo que sí quiero decirle a toda la gente es que no se lo pueden perder. We can't miss it at home, pero si están en Chile, en pantalla pueden escanear el QR para adquirir desde ya sus abonos para vivir en primera fila la AmeriCup femenina que se disputará en el Parque Estadio Nacional de Santiago, en Chile. El baloncesto tiene una enorme comunidad y se espera gran asistencia para apoyar a las 10 selecciones del continente. Así es que digan presente si están en Chile, y si no, a viajar a Chile y poder estar ahí presente,
Hay que
¿verdad?
hacer maletas. Let's go to Chile. I've never been, so why not?
Así es que, presidente, si nos quiere llevar, ahí vamos todos.
From these legends next to me, on and off the court, and the entire crew in Miami, a huge thank you, and we'll see you in Chile at the court.
Gracias. Felicidades a todos los que están participando en este torneo.